Hey, church family, it is DMB jumping online. We had some quick things that we wanted to share with you, some testimonies. I'm going to leave this good news up to my wife to share. Take it away, hon.
Well, as we all know, 2020 was filled with its own set of challenges for everybody, and we all had to kind of navigate uncharted waters. But really, testimony number one is March 1st, our organization and ministry moved into a new location. With that came a lot of changes, even a lot of structural changes for the ways that we had done things in years previous. Yeah. And for us, there was like a lot of unknowns. We actually weren't really super clear on why God was leading us the way that he was, but we knew we were being led by God, and so we just were trusting his leadership. But then once COVID unfolded, it all became really clear. And all of a sudden you just realize God is looking out for you and preparing for you when you actually don't know that you should prepare for yourself. So with the location change, it actually allowed us to really seamlessly start to stream online. And we have an extraordinary team who began to just develop just quality streaming. They did an extraordinary job. And so with that, I mean, the location was a blessing and a provision. Also, developing more of an online platform for our organization was a development and a blessing. And so our reach, even as far as being able to reach people, and as much as it felt like there were certain limitations, obviously God was using other means for us to reach people. And you can see that in the fruit as far as people that we're touching, people that we're ministering to, but also a very practical way that you can see it is that this year, our budget and our ministry income, it increased by about $100,000. And so in the natural, it doesn't look like something like that should happen when you can't meet for 9 months. But obviously God has his ways and his plans. And it's just really a testimony that God is not limited to our circumstances. He's not limited to the challenges that we see in the natural, that his ways are not our ways and that his thoughts are not our thoughts, but they really are so much higher. And so we can trust his leadership, we can trust his provision, and he is not subject to this world or its systems or its chaos even.
You think we would know that by now, but it just
remarkable.
Takes moments like this to remind us. And so we wanted to share this testimony with you because you had a big part in this, right? I mean, it's because of your obedience and your sacrificial giving that we were able to reach these goals that we didn't even set, that we didn't even know God would perform. But once again, he's shown his faithfulness and his greatness to our community, and it would just be a sad thing on our part to not share this with you. So we celebrate this moment together. Thank you, church. Thank you. And then we just want to invite you into something that we do as a household here at the Temples. Come this time of the year, we always look at our finances and we ask those hard questions. God, do we honor you with our giving? Fortunately for us, we found that there was some lack. We were blessed tremendously, and it wasn't really in proportion to the way that we gave it, so we were able to cut a check out to make that difference up. And it's not that we feel obligated to do that. We as a home, as individuals, want to honor God with our giving. And so we would like to encourage our church family to do the same. A lot of us believers do this come this time of the year. And so this may be foreign to some of you who are hearing this, like, what are you talking about? But it's a good godly practice to ask yourself the hard questions and look at your finances honestly and ask yourself those questions like, God, did we honor you? And if you find that maybe you were blessed and there was maybe a disproportionate way in which you gave, then catch up before the end of the year. Honor God in that way. It is good, it is godly, and so we want to invite you into doing that with us. And hopefully you see Hilltop, good soil, a good church to sow into financially. And if you do, we'll leave the links of how you can do that in the description of this post above. And then lastly, we made a great announcement this Sunday. We are officially opening the doors of our church. Not that they were ever closed, but in-person gatherings are resuming as of January 3rd. Of course, following all the regulations and above and beyond. We really feel like we have gone above and beyond to ensure the safety of those who are coming to worship and hear God's word proclaimed. And so we're inviting you. Consider this to be an official invite. This Sunday, January 3rd, 11 a.m. Again, we'll leave the details in the post. And also the registration link. We need you to register. We cannot go beyond our occupancy, what we've been permitted by the city of Cambridge to have in the facility that we hold our services in, and so we need you to register.
You can bring kids. We don't have kids ministry, but we have these awesome kid packets that they can use at their seats, so they participate in worship, and then during the preaching of the word, they have really their own lesson and activities right there in the packet, and some fun things.
So cool. So yeah, bring the kids, bring the whole family, bring friends. You know, again, register. Listen, we hope you had a Merry Christmas, and we are looking forward to serving God in 2021 with this church family. We love you, and we will see you this Sunday.
Yee-hee.